Hello everybody, I just found this little story in a book deep down in my Kindle, and it's a subject close to my heart and I hope you enjoy it. It's called The Bowling Club, and it will be very Scottish, I think. So, the Bowling Club. Stuart got handed a flyer. Normally, if he got handed a flyer, it would be from some young guy or lassie to promote a club or a special offer in a shop nearby. But this flyer was from an old guy for a bowling club. He couldn't help laughing. He looked at the old guy, there with his navy blue blazer and his thinning ginger hair, not too happy about being laughed at. Probably sick to death of these young ones having no manners. "Where is it?" asked Stuart, feeling that he owed the guy a bit of small talk after hurting his feelings. The old guy wasn't up for talking. He just pointed to a gate in the hedge behind him, still in a mood. It would take a lot more than small talk to make up to the poor old fellow. Stuart had a few minutes, so he thought, fuck it, and through the gate he walked. He walked down the path and around the building, following the sound of bowls gently hitting off other bowls, and the sound of old folk chatting. He didn't hear many young people, and wondered if maybe they were indoors inside the building. He wondered why anybody his age would want to come to a place like this anyway. Maybe the booze was cheap. Yes, it is. Eventually he reached the bowling green and saw the people there bowling. At a glance he could see all these people were old, not a young face amongst them. They were men and women, wearing all that lawn bowls attire, the white jumpers and trousers and skirts, all in mould. Some as old as fuck. Over to the left of the green, you could see a group of old dears having a game. 3 women with ginger hair having a natter. Over at the other side, oh, sorry, that struck home, having ginger hair. Over at the other side were a group of old, but not old men, also with ginger hair, taking things very seriously. Hell of a lot of ginger folk in here. God. And there in the middle were 2 very, very old men playing a one-on-one match. Maybe a grudge match that had lasted for decades. They were wearing hats. A gust of wind blew off one of their hats, revealing a head of ginger hair. Ginger! Again! The ginger guy who had lost his hat was about to chase after it, but the other guy offered to give him his. He took off his hat, revealing his hair also to be ginger. This was all getting strange, and it didn't seem quite right. Stuart thought he'd seen enough, hopefully enough to make that old guy out there on the street a bit cheerier. Mind you, the old guy wasn't his top reason for leaving. He just really liked to leave now. He turned to walk out, and in doing so, he caught a glance inside the bowling club through the windows that faced the lawn. It was busy, full of lots of older folk, whiling away their time. No young people. None. And all of them were ginger. Stuart made a run for it. He sprinted down the path and back around the building, not looking behind to see if they were on his heels. He shot out the gate in the hedge and onto the street, with the intention of running for another few minutes for safe measure. But that was soon brought to a halt. "Away so soon?" asked the old guy with the flyers, standing in Stuart's way. "What the fuck's going on?" asked Stuart. He could easily have just run away from all this, but he needed to find out. "They're ginger. They're all ginger." "Yes," said the old guy, "they are. But so are you." Stuart felt his head tingle. He turned to one of the parked motors at his side and looked at his reflection in the window, and sure enough, his hair was changing colour from jet black to carrot orange. He looked to the old guy to ask what the bloody hell was going on here, and saw that the old guy's ginger hair was turning black. "And here," said the old guy, "here you shall remain, like I have for many, many years, at this gate, with these flyers, a ginger, until you can find someone to replace you. This is where I bid you farewell." The old guy was about to hand over the flowers, but Stuart said, "Fuck that," and carried on running. Stuart's hair started to back to black, and the old guy's hair turned back to ginger. The old guy watched Stuart run away. No point in chasing after him. Nothing he could do. You know, he just had about enough of this. The old guy really was sick to death of these young ones. The way they'd run off like that. No manners. Out of control. No respect for the rules. No respect for their elders. And there is really nothing you can do. You can't give them a clout around the ear. You can't grab their arm. You can't even lay a finger on them, or else they'll get you down for assault. That's why this country's gone to pot. The end. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and press the wee bell notification. And a huge big thank you to all my subscribers, patrons and members. See you next week. Bye bye.